All right. Welcome everybody to today's bi-weekly town hall meeting. Today's agenda: project and development updates, marketing updates, and collaborations.
So let's see what we have managed to achieve in the last 2 weeks. Beginning with the Peerplays 1.0. Here we had, as we had previously talked about, the mainnet release was completed and it's all looking good. We also pushed out some changes to Next. Just had fixed some of the bugs we had, and in addition to that, support for the three different side chains that we have. This is also available. The next will work seamlessly with 1. Peerplays 1.6.0 right now. And on new development, as I had indicated previously, we are trying to complete the verification of LibBitcoin functionality, where we are planning to replace the Bitcoin Sun's usage of Bitcoin with LibBitcoin. So we've been testing this for a while, and the previous tests we were using um, desktops or at our developers' premises, and we had uh, seen certain peculiar issues, primarily being losing blocks blocks from the Bitcoin mainnet. So how this works is we have to subscribe or keep listening to new blocks created on the chain on the Bitcoin mainnet, and then if there is any transaction relevant to us, we have to process them. But we've our local test has had shown some issues, but it looks like a majority of those are due to challenges with the network configuration or the ISPs blocking the traffic. So we're also attempted to do an alternate implementation where instead of blocks, we are trying to listen for individual addresses, but it may not be practical because for every address we'll need a thread. So we are falling back to the original mechanism itself. And for testing, we have a server and a Bitcoin database. We're trying to get this available on this server right now. It will take a few days for the uh, data to be copied. It's around 1 terabyte in size. So that's in progress. We're not expecting any surprises here. We're hoping that this will work out of the box, probably with minor refactors. In other work, we have incorporated small improvements to CLI validate and a few things like recognizing the public testnet nodes, and some updates for the documentation. Another major one that we have accomplished is we have verified Ethereum Sun compatibility with Peerplays 2. Peerplays 2 essentially provides an Ethereum like APIs and endpoints. So we were able to move. So this was done on the testnet, not on the mainnet. So we were able to connect Peerplays 1 and Peerplays 2 using Ethereum Suns, and we are able to move tokens back and forth. So this means further down the line, when we are releasing Peerplays 2, the token movements can be facilitated using the same layer. All we have to do is to add a new sidechain type, Peerplays 2, in addition to Ethereum. So then Ethereum Suns will be able to process both transactions to Peerplays 2 as well as Ethereum. Let's go to the next slide. Uh, on Peerplays 2, our so one activity which is going on is upgrading. That's progressing. We have few more a few more areas to be completed. The other major activity is which has taken us by surprise is the account abstraction. So for account abstraction, which is kind of an easier way to create accounts on blockchains and also provide extended functionality. We can call them as Ethereum accounts and steroids. So we were expecting this to work probably with a handful of few days of work, maybe with 4 or 5 days of work. But what has happened is we had to change the bundler to work with. Bundler is a software which combines transactions and sends to the chain itself. So we had to deal with the bundler. We got it working. Now we are trying to verify some of the existing popular implementations of account abstraction contracts plus integration with third-party tools. So we have taken Gnosis Safe's contracts, which are pretty well regarded in the industry. So the current objective is simply to make sure whether we can provide simple SSO functionality. But it looks like this is also uh, kind of a work in progress. Uh, if we have to integrate with the app, it's gonna by the early feedback looks like integrating with DApps might take some serious effort. Anyway, we have decided to spend one more week on this, trying to see how we can uh, get this working, get account abstraction working. So, and once this is verified, we may also have to make some changes to the bundler itself. We have made some minor changes to one of it. Anyway, by next week, we'll have clarity on this. Uh, but it's fair to say that account abstraction integration has taken us by surprise with the time it has taken so far. Finally, the work is happening on the consensus or block producer selection itself. We're pretty close to having a proof of work, a proof of concept available. So right as of now, we are able to identify block producers from a large number of nodes, active nodes. There are a few problems like some of the nodes getting not elected, etc. Where doesn't look like a major drawbacks at this major bugs at this point in time, and we're trying to get it working so that we can have a POC running at the earliest. That's Peerplays 2. Let's move on to the next slide. Okay. The third major development is Toto DApp, where we have a latest release. This has mostly bug fixes and few UX improvements, and also minor enhancements based on inputs from marketing initiatives. So the major work here right now is focused on um, extending or collecting more data regarding the elected representatives, MLAs, MPs, etc. In the Canadian governance system. So the current, to be very clear, to be very precise, the workers we have the data of elected officials, but then the appointed officials, namely ministers, their data was missing. So we were pulling this data from an open source project called OpenNote. So we had to extend their web scrappers, which collects the data and get the ministerial data, which is kind of so that part is done. We have OpenNote was also collaborating with us on this initiative. What's simply pending right now is the schema changes associated with the change. So what has happened is we have extended our database schema with these new information. This means Everything else which was using the schema that has to be changed as well, like creation of letters, pulling the representatives based on zip codes, etc. That needs to be changed. In addition to that, we also had this periodic updates of the data. We seem to have run into some bugs in that area as well. So what's happening right now is majority of our not majority, like all of the focus is on this one initiative that is getting the data collected and available. Once this is available, we'll be adding few more value-added features. In addition, parallelly, on the QA front, we're trying to automate the verification using Impal. That's kind of that's progressing, and we're trying to integrate the same with the CI pipeline. Uh, so, we have it working to a certain extent, but the CI pipeline is kind of getting stuck or crashing at this point. But in principle, the integration is working, and we're trying to debug what's happening to the automation. So this is the yeah. So these are the major initiatives, and once we have the data collection handling, we'll be proceeding with further UX improvements and few workflow changes, which is requested from our marketing initiatives. So that's all from the development team. Thank you so much.
Thank you very much, Bonson. Marketing and content updates. This will be presented by Vlad and Oksana. Vlad, take her off.
Hello. So I've divided into two. I'll give first the updates around Toto and the great work that JM has been leading in the team. So the ad testing process is running quite fast on Meta Business. We've increased the pace over the past couple of weeks in terms of the amount of impressions that we're able to test for each ad. And this allows us to fine tune and sort of define the best strategy when it comes to the ad formats and also how to engage with the audience. The comments that we've been getting are giving us a bit of a sense that we need to create a sense that people are more in unison and a feeling of community rather than individual people communicating separately with their representatives, if that makes sense. So, we're going to be looking to emphasize the fact that people are joining forces to send letter and that is actually going to cause a big difference. The fact that people are actually working on this together rather than it being an individual process. So we're going to be looking to do that with how we respond to the comments. On the Peerplays side, our LinkedIn continues to grow. We're getting 2,700 to 3,000 impressions over the past couple of weeks. And then over the past month, we've gained nearly 500 new followers, which is 110 more than our average. Our YouTube stats are relatively up. The past 15 days, we've gotten close to 10,000 views. That's 8,000 more than the average, but our average keeps increasing. So we expect that number to go down a little bit. And we've been brainstorming some new content formats that will likely involve using AI and other new different tech to kind of like change it up a little bit on our content side. Next slide, please. All right, so our newsletter will likely go out in the middle of this week, combining the past two town halls. And we have a lot of exciting updates coming up in this next one, so stay tuned to that. The community has been pretty active. There have been some questions that were answered directly, but also some of them that we weren't able to kind of like answer directly and required a little bit more thought were referred to the end of this town hall. So I believe you'll hear them at the end. As usual, we continue to encourage the community to sign up to our newsletter on our website. And Dave and Oksana have been doing some great work on keeping it up to date and the latest graphics and so on. So make sure you check it out and sign up for our newsletter. Yeah, that's all. Thank you.
Hello, everyone. Here's the graphics and branding updates for the past 2 weeks. So we are actively working on enhancing our website SEO and implementing necessary updates to improve overall performance. Also, we started Christmas theme preparation. I'm currently sketching up ideas and elements for the upcoming months, gearing up for a festive Christmas theme to enhance user engagement, trying new styles and testing what would work the best. Here, one of the sneak peek sketches you can see on the screen here, not the overall experience, but we are trying and testing new things that we could. Blog page branding is in progress and underway for aligning it with our overall brand identity and creative cohesive online presence. Also, event calendar graphic updates. We are diligently working on updating the website event calendar graphics for each month, so we would ensure a visual appealing and informative experience for our users. Next slide, Kelly, please. So, Remembrance Day theme collaboration. We created and incorporated a Remembrance Day theme update for Peerplays welcome page, ensuring a thoughtful and respectful representation. We were working on a lot of different concepts and sketches before finalizing one design that you currently seeing on the screen here. And we think this one would work the best for our brand as in general. That's all from my side. Thank you.
Thank you, Oksana and Vlad. Jonathan, collaboration updates, please.
Good day, everybody. These are the collaboration updates for Peerplays for this past couple of weeks. Working within the standards category with the Government Blockchain Association, we continue to contribute to the decentralized ID group. We have had 2 meetings since our last update in regards to the blockchain maturity model and decentralized ID supplement document, which would provide guidance to everybody who references the Government Blockchain Association for their standards in the maturity model. This is a model that's actually being pushed out to the United Nations. So it's important that we would have a seat at that. And so that's going well. We are also leading the gaming group in regards to the supplement model, which we are contributing to and we're building. So we've had a couple of meetings since our past update, and the document continues to progress well. So that's going well. Our numbers for the contributors in that group have gone up also. I think there's we started out with a small group of a handful of people, and now we're up to roughly a dozen people that are contributing in that work group. So professionals from all over the world are helping to build this. So Peerplays is leading the way on that. So that's going well. So there are no team updates for this past couple of weeks, and those are the updates for the collaboration and team updates for this past week. Thank you.
Thank you, Jonathan. And we had questions, comments, thoughts. We did have a couple questions that came in from the community. The first question is, Jonathan, this question will be for you. How should witnesses cover their costs if they get paid in PPY, but PPY won't have any value in the foreseeable future?
I have a lot of experience working in the past as a witness with different blockchains. If you believe that PPY won't have any value for the foreseeable future, then you have no reason to become a witness, right? It all comes down to what you believe the value of PPY could be given the merits of what is happening with the network. So if you are following these town halls, you could see that we are developing some really exciting things. If you believe that what we're doing is going to provide additional value to people out there who want to utilize Toto, for example, then you probably want to get your hands on PPY because you believe that in the future there is going to be a certain value to them that is higher than it is today. So in terms of covering costs, just like mining in any crypto project, you're going to buy a server, or you're going to buy a mining equipment, and that is your capital expenditure to be able to mine those coins, so to speak. Witnesses within Peerplays do the same thing. They're assigning blocks and getting a block reward with every block that they get to sign. And with that, they accumulate the PPY, and they could either look at, and right now, they would be looking at trying to accumulate it and then waiting until they want to be able to look at selling some, potentially to cover the costs of the server gear that they used, or for other purposes. So, really, it's just like all other witnesses that are contributing to the Peerplays network now. They are speculating on what they believe the value of Peerplays will be in the future, or they can look at ways that they could potentially be doing peer-to-peer trades using the Peerplays DEX. So it is available. People can place bids to be able to sell their PPY at rates that they feel is fair. So there's lots of options in terms of what witnesses can do when it comes to how they're going to handle their PPY. So how should witnesses cover their costs? The same way all miners cover their costs. They simply, out of pocket, buy their servers, maybe reduce their costs as much as possible. The requirements for Peerplays witnesses aren't super extensive. If you have some hardware left over, you're a geek, and you got kind of a server that's not doing anything, you can set up a node space for witness and be able to fire it up and start signing blocks, part of the Peerplays network. So that's pretty much it. I mean, it's not any different than any other crypto project in that regard. You can anybody can participate, and it's all a matter of, do you believe in the coin or not? There was a time when crypto or blockchain industry wasn't really around, and Bitcoin came around, and you could load up the software on your computer and start mining these coins, and there was no value. Like, nobody had any idea what the value of these coins would be, but but some people believed that in the future there could be value for this coin. And lo and behold, here we are, $38,000 per Bitcoin, because of the way it evolved over the course of 12, 13 plus years. So I think that with all that we're doing, I think that some people out there believe in what we're doing is going to have tremendous value, which in turn would reflect in the demand on PPY to provide a fair market value in the coming future. So that's about all I can say about that. I hope that helps answer your question. Thank you.
Thank you, Jonathan. There was a second question that came in. It was, what happened to NFT stuff that was in development last year? Example, trade hands. That question will be answered through a message on the Telegram group. We'll have the NFT team write up something, and that'll be answered within the next couple of days. So that's all for today. Thank you very much for joining us, and we'll see you in 2 weeks at the next town hall. Thank you.